This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Invercargill Police are keen to hear from anyone who's in the Kelvin Street area on Saturday following a shooting. Thousands of people packed Dunedin's centre for a mystical procession on Saturday night. And Alexandra's commercial ice rink was busy over the weekend with the Lowburn Curling Club celebrating a milestone. Good evening, I'm Daryl Baser. Police are still on the hunt for a person who shot a 52-year-old man in Invercargill on Saturday. Southern Police say they're still in the early stages of the investigation.
Southern Police are still searching for the offender who allegedly shot a 52-year-old man in Invercargill on Saturday morning. Armed police held cordons on Kelvin and D streets for most of Saturday after the victim was found with a gunshot wound at around 9:15 a.m. Police said yesterday they were talking with the victim, who was now in a stable condition after being treated at Southland Hospital. Despite not yet locating the offender, police said there is not thought to be any risk to public safety at this time. Police would like to hear from anyone with any information about the incident or anyone who was near the Kelvin Street intersection with Earnslaw Street around 9 a.m. on Saturday. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Police have arrested 12 protesters demonstrating against a large dairy farm development in the Mackenzie country. The protesters had been asked to leave the property, but had refused. One of the protesters refused to walk, so was dragged away by police. They used bolt cutters and a portable disc grinder to cut the protesters free from the machinery after failing to negotiate with them. Some of the 45 protesters had been chained to machinery since early this morning, while others displayed a giant banner reading "Stop Dairy Expansion." The machinery is being used to excavate tussock land, which is home to the world's rarest wading bird, the native black stilt. Police say the protesters were being taken to the Timaru police station and charges are likely to be laid. Thousands of people packed Dunedin's centre for a mystical procession on Saturday night, and organisers say everyone was able to catch a glimpse. Elaborate lanterns seemed to glide through the darkness during the Dunedin Midwinter Carnival. But before the procession came the preparation. All the hard work took place backstage before the fun of the fair. Roller derby bunnies, fairies and an assortment of people clothed in white practiced moves in a secret location before beginning their lantern-lit trek around central Dunedin. Co-founder Paul Smith says it's become a staple event on the Dunedin calendar.
Well, it started in 1997, so this goes back over 20 years. However, it's changed a lot over the years and grown, of course. So it's a changing thing all the time.
While performers were warming up and lighting up, Dunedin Pacifica reggae band Koile were warming up the crowd on a bitter Dunedin night with their flowing musical styles. With a few new additions to the parade and a new, longer route, organisers have had their work cut out.
And thanks to the support of the City Council, and a few funders like Dunedin Casino Trust and others have come on board and helped make it happen. So we're wrapped at that, and it's just going to mean a lot better viewing for audiences. You know, we've got 15 to 20,000 people who come, and the octagon just got a bit small.
Children clambered under legs and climbed trees to gaze as lantern holders and fairy tale themed performers strutted down the streets. Smith says the annual procession of lights does have its roots in a pagan celebration, but has morphed into a community event that's unique to Dunedin.
This doesn't happen in any other city. You know, if there's lanterns in other cities, they import them from China. They don't make them. These are made here by local artists, and we're talking really talented artists who have been working really hard over weeks, no months. So the skill level is amazing. They're sculptures, They're art pieces.
The evening ended with a spectacular fireworks display, which returned after an accident 2 years ago. In Dunedin, the South Today. Hundreds of Queenstown residents were left without electricity for more than 8 hours following a car crash at the weekend. A car hit a power pole in Fernhill Road, knocking out power to surrounding areas. The power lines were down across the road when police arrived at the scene. A 21-year-old has been charged with drink driving and careless driving. Aurora Energy says power was restored to the majority of customers by lunchtime. Alexandra's commercial ice rink was busy over the weekend, with curlers celebrating 50 years of the Lowburn Curling Club. 23 curlers from the home club faced off against 5 other teams from the Central Otago region.
Celebrating 50 years of fellowship, friendship and camaraderie on the ice. The Lowburn Curling Club invited teams from Alexandra, Arrowtown, Cardrona, Mannaburn and Poolburn to take them on over the weekend and celebrate the milestone. Temperatures didn't fall enough to have ice on the club's pond in Lowburn near Cromwell, so it hired out the Alexandra rink instead.
We do have our own pond and we have our own clubhouse, and we all just love getting up the gully and where cell phones won't go and the sun doesn't shine and you can play around on the ice. Unfortunately, the last 2 years we haven't got ice, and this year's not looking too good either.
The mild winter has even put the Lowburn Club's backup rink on hold as well.
Farmers at the back of Bannockburn, Duncan and Ray Henderson, they've made a pond on their place in an area called Duffers Creek, and we can sneak out there. Last year we were able to play on that most of July, and the report today from Duncan was that he's got 60 millimetres of ice there now. You really need 75, 80. Like going through doesn't help.
Despite best intentions, Stuart enjoys the way luck can be a big factor in the sport of curling.
I think more than most sports, a pretty average team can beat a very good one. So there's quite an element of luck, I think, in the way we play. We don't like to think so. We think it's all skill.
The celebrations continued after the games with a haggis ceremony and dinner at Cromwell. In Alexandra, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, an Oamaru car dealer calls it a day after nearly 50 years, and in Ashburton, people were offered many tips for healthy living.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air. Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wooden Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592. Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating. With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Welcome back. After 48 years, Rayona Rush has decided to sell the car yard she used to run with her husband. The couple owned Derwent Car Sales Yard in Oamaru until last Friday, with new owner Paul Mortimer taking over the business today. Rayona Rush and her late husband Graham established the dealership in 1970 after Graham wanted to change careers. As she heads into retirement, Rayona plans to sell her home and relocate to Nelson to be closer to family. Invercargill School is set to perform a complex piece of musical theatre over the next 4 nights. James Hargest College will take on Andrew Lloyd Webber's Evita for their school production, making them just the second school in New Zealand to do so.
The rehearsals are done and dusted, leaving just the curtain calls to perfect this afternoon. These James Hargest College pupils will take to the stage tonight for their school production Evita to tell the life story of Argentine actress Eva Perón. Director Jonathan Tucker said the school is the second in the country to take on the musical due to its complexity.
This show is undoubtedly the most challenging for me and probably for the music as well. It's hugely difficult music, and it's difficult to sing. It's elevated us here to a high level if you can pull off Evita.
He said the school had repeated the classics over the years and that it was time for a change and more of a challenge for the pupils.
If you look around these walls here, you can see Joseph has been repeated 3 times, and Oklahoma 3 times, Sound of Music 3 times. We had to do something new.
Despite the difficulties involved, Tucker said the pupils had a complete understanding of the musical and that audiences were in for a treat.
I think the understanding from this mixture of year 11, 12, 13, young people have a tremendous understanding of what's going on. Yeah, huge, terrific, especially good. Perhaps it needed a team, especially good.
James Hargest College presents Evita over the next 4 nights, starting from 7:30 tonight. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Embracing a healthy lifestyle was the focus of the Natural Savvy Living Expo held in Ashburton over the weekend. The annual event aims to build community resilience through sharing ideas on healthy living and self-sufficiency.
Sharing all kinds of tips on subjects as varied as food preserves, budgeting and gardening. Dubbed Back to Basics, the event offers local knowledge and supplies, plus information and demonstrations covering a wide range of areas. The expo was started 5 years ago by Julia Crosson as a way to strengthen the community.
Basically, it's the community coming together, helping each other with DIY tips on how to live a healthier, more cost-effective life, and also be prepared for any future disasters, even if it's a job loss or something. But anyway, it's building resilience in the community, and that's what it's all about.
The expo aims to keep the conversations about self-sufficiency and healthy living going throughout the year. In Ashburton, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, a 90-year-old former pilot returns to the skies, and we check out the weather for the beginning of the week.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Have you got time and skills to share? Find out what time banking is July 7th at 1:30 at the St Peter's Church Hall in Caversham. Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. Over 500 people donned their finest suits and dresses and watched 20 amateurs slug it out at the annual Portside Punch charity boxing event in Oamaru over the weekend. The punters enjoyed a 3-course meal provided by Oamaru restaurateur Sally Ann Donnelly and watched the bouts under the watchful eyes of father and son training duo Wayne and Jonathan Fisher-Hewitt. Organisers hoped the event would raise at least $100,000. The takings are set to be distributed to the Hugh Adam Cancer Epidemiology Unit, Otago Community Hospice and the Cancer Society. The main event was a heavyweight clash originally scheduled for the Portside Punch in 2014. It brought the house down as Millen's The Meat Cleaver, beat Winter the Villain by unanimous decision. Aviation legend Brian Cox has been briefly back in the air, manning the controls of a Tiger Moth he flew while training to take part in World War II 75 years ago. That plane is now owned by Russell Brodie, who wanted to reunite the veteran with his old flying machine at the Rangitata Island Aerodrome in South Canterbury.
When the owner of this vintage Tiger Moth enlisted the help of an Air Force historian to try and track down surviving veterans who'd flown the plane, he was given one name, Brian Cox. He tracked down the 93-year-old aviation legend in Tauranga and offered him the chance to take to the skies once again.
Yes, it's always good to get off the planet.
New licence rules meant he was able to get signed off for his recreational pilot's licence, making him one of the oldest pilots in the country. A plan was hatched to get Cox down to Canterbury, with aviation fans chipping in to make it possible. But the occasion also brought back memories for Cox, in particular the events of his 20th birthday.
15th of January 1945, I was involved in the RNZAF's worst ever loss of aircraft and pilots when we lost 8 pilots in one day.
He says on the way back from a bombing raid on the Japanese base at Rabaul in the Pacific, disaster struck.
On the way back from Rabaul to Green Island, we ran into a tropical front on dusk, and 15 of us flew into the front and only 8 of us landed. And today I'm the only one left of that 8.
And he's still got what it takes, taking the controls of the Tiger Moth that sparked his impressive career all those years ago. In Canterbury, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Invercargill police are still wanting to hear from anyone who was around the Kelvin Street area on Saturday following a shooting. Thousands of people packed Dunedin's centre for a mystical procession on Saturday night, and organisers say everyone was able to catch a glimpse of the lanterns. And Alexandra's commercial ice rink was busy over the weekend, with curlers celebrating 50 years of the Lowburn Curling Club. Time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Mr. Paul Gorman.
Hello, Daryl. Nice to see you.
And you? How you doing?
Good. We've got an interesting front page tomorrow. We've just been talking about what's going to go on there. Probably our lead story tomorrow is the memorial for Archibald Baxter, the Brighton pacifist who was a conscientious objector in World War I. That's been given resource consent, and that's going to go on Albany Street, just where the steps are, where it intersects with George Street.
Oh, brilliant. That's James Caystad, isn't it?
Oh, you've got me there.
A relation, I believe. I could be easily wrong.
Well be. I know there's been an issue with this. There was some suggestion that it could have gone on Anzac Avenue to start with, but the RSA weren't that keen on that idea. So yeah, that's really interesting. We've got a picture of what it should look like in plans, so there's that. Alex McLeod, our student, has been down in Milton trying to track down some friends and relatives of Samantha Hayes, of course, won Dancing with the Stars.
Indeed.
So it will be interesting to see what he comes up with from that one. Another interesting story is apparently panel beaters in Dunedin have not been this busy for 46 years. Now, I don't know why 46 years, not 47 or 45, but it's
interesting because it's not been as icy as previous years.
No.
Ice, of course, being panel beater weather.
Maybe there's fewer panel beaters now, or I'm not sure. And just a quick mention too, we've been trying to find out more about the Lotto winner from Wanaka. Not a local, but it has been claimed apparently.
12 million.
12.1 million. Don't forget the 100,000.
Oh, true. A piffling 100,000.
Yeah.
What would you do with $12 million?
Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't see you tomorrow night, probably.
No.
Did that. And of course, we've got Signal, the tabloid, tomorrow with TV. An interesting story in there about the best headphones you can buy. So,
brilliant.
Yeah, keep a lookout for all of that.
Excellent. Well, okay. The ODT. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Darryl.
Cheers. And yes, now a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with tonight's city view taken of Dunedin as the skies clear from the morning rain. Looking at the situation, an anticyclone will bring sunny skies and frost tomorrow, but a milder northwesterly will develop on Wednesday and increase later in the week, bringing windier days and some rain on the western ranges. Looking at what's in store for the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect light winds, clear skies and a high of 8 or 9 degrees. Looking westwards to the Central Lakes area, it's light winds and clear skies for everyone, with Alexandra and Queenstown expecting a high of 5, Wanaka's on 6 and Te Anau tops the charts with 9. Heading up to the northern towns, along the coast, Timaru and Oamaru are in for light northwesterlies, clear skies and a high of 10, while Twizel and Omarama should anticipate light winds, clear skies and a high of 6. In Dunedin, there should be some cloud clearing tonight, with southwesterlies dying out and an overnight low of 5. Tomorrow brings mostly fine and sunny weather, with light winds and a high of 9. However, it will be cold with frosts tomorrow evening and an overnight low of just 0. It should stay mostly fine with high cloud for Wednesday, with light northerly winds bringing milder temperatures, a high of 11 and a relatively mild overnight low of 7. Further south, Invercargill sees clear skies, cold temperatures tonight with an overnight low of 1 degree above freezing. It should be sunny and cool tomorrow with light westerly winds, 10 the high and 3 the low. Cloud increases for Invercargill on Wednesday, with some showers possible late in the day, with freshening northwesterly winds, a high of 11 and 8 the low, and 8 degrees is forecast to be the low. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. Hope you have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.